Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. You have grades for each position that range from A to F. Browse available players to improve your team.
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in April's draft, and also the Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma. Play fake. Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And here now the offense for Carolina.
Let's focus our attention on the offensive line and Brandon Sheriff, the first-round pick in 2015. In fact, the first lineman taken at #5 overall, an offensive tackle in college, transitioned very well to guard in the NFL. Solid, reliable, two traits you love in an offensive lineman. How about tough, physical, and nasty? He's an Iowa offensive lineman. Those guys play well in the NFL.
Now Montgomery, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now look now at the defensive starters for the Cardinals. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. As you get a look at Brian Hoyer, the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hoyer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
And back after a year in the Monday Night Broadcast booth is Jason Witten, a perennial all-pro when he's on the field. When he left the game, 4th all-time in reception, second only to Tony Gonzalez among tight ends. And in his last full season of 2017, he still had 63 catches for 560 yards. This man is definitely a big-time.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Hoyer. That's caught by Jackson. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Cardinal football as we rejoin the action in the first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago. Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Hoyer completes it to Jason Witten. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. There are Witten's numbers from last week's game. 7 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hoyer, and this is caught by Witten, the tight end. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
18 Gator. Hey. Check 13. Go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
18. Watch the slot.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hoyer. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's taken down at the 7. After a gain of 7. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brian Hoyer, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great...
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Murray. And Walker has it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Taken in at the 22. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check 26, check 26, 25, check 25, check 25. Alert 3. Hey, Haywood, get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
54, come on, 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Murray. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Allen Hearns. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Rock it. 22 jet bombers. Ready?
On first down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Hill, and he fires one, but incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. On third down, Murray. It's complete to Snead. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Hill now to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Throwing again on second down. Hill.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set 18, Gator. X3, 218, chopper. Check. Fresno. Look at me. Door.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Hill. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hill. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's just me and you. Hard. Back 22.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here now we look at Jason Witten. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
Escaping the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Come on, set. 60 or. I smell fear now. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. Forced out to his left. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
6-6, pull it high. On, hit it.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. Hill to throw on 3rd and 1. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do there?
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is
And now
reversed.
out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to...
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he locates Walker, complete. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Murray now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Murray. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From just shy of midfield, Hill. Welcome back, everybody, to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. We're in the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cardinals in control of the football.
On the double. Topper!
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dean Lowry. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Murray. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time.
On plays like this with the ball free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Hill looks to throw. And an alley to run.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. It's caught by Jackson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Hill, an incomplete, crisis averted Almost picked. Instead, second down.
60 outlaw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Hill. Flush to his right. Now that'll be... Welcome back, everybody, to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. We're in the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cardinals in control of the football.
Set 30 base.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Welcome back, everybody, to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. We're in the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cardinals in control of the football.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
It's our time. It's our time.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hill, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hits first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go. 60 or.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Ready.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Jones. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, That means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Hill. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Coleman. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stopped short of the 35. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Welcome back, everybody, to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The football belongs to the Cardinals as we get set to rejoin the action in quarter number 3. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. They will run again with Coleman, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
And logo. Here we go. Recon, 132 fighter.
Play fake. Hill. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Jason Witten. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Hill on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Throwing again is Hill. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Deshaun Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll buy some, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Hill. And he fires one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they are going for it. Here's Hill. Buying time to his left. Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The football belongs to the Cardinals as we get set to rejoin the action in quarter number 3. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. This is Coleman. And boy, welcome back, everybody, to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The football belongs to the Cardinals as we get set to rejoin the action in quarter number 3. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going for it. It's Hill. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Snead's got it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Hill. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
6, pull it, go. Watch the safety creep. Go.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get the 1st. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Hard. 50, plant. We don't want none. Big river.
Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. After the sack on 1st down, Hill. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down and goal. Hill, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Here's Murray. And Walker has it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Murray going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think of blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first. And blew out the Seahawks.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Hill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Check back 21. Let's go one more. Jim.
On 1st and 10, Hill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Ndamukong Suh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Hill, and this is caught by Winton, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Deshaun Jackson. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray now. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a 1st down.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now a draw play. They go to Ivory. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to throw. Hill. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So throw again on 2nd down. Hill, and he'll find Hall. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch. Good run. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Hoyer. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind, they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Murray now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.